All right, hello. We'll do this brief weather update this afternoon. It's around 2:30, and we're going to take a look at what the wind and rain reports were from last night's storm. So we'll first start with the wind reports, and we'll take a look at these wind reports here. And you'll see here that some pretty impressive wind gusts here reported out of Greenwich, Connecticut here. I wish this would be centered on the screen. I don't know why they have it like this. Hold on a second. What we're going to do, open a new window. That'll work. Still doesn't. All right, well, we'll do it like this. That's all. Just make this smaller so you can see. All right, so here are the wind reports from last night, and some pretty impressive wind. Look at Greenwich in Connecticut, 66 miles an hour there. In Groton in Connecticut, 53 miles an hour. In Nassau County here, 57-mile-an-hour wind gust in Bayville, 51 in Belmore, 47 in Wantagh. At Queens, Breezy Point had a wind gust of 50 miles an hour. JFK had a wind gust of 49 miles an hour. Suffolk County getting hit pretty bad by these winds. Napiog, 62 miles an hour. East End especially. Fishers Island Airport, 58 miles an hour. Orient, 57 miles an hour. Blue Point, 55 miles an hour. I'm not going to read all these down here. 52 miles an hour. I'll link them in the description below. And then we have some maritime stations, too. Maritime station in Groton reporting 61 miles an hour. And lots of wind gusts in the 50s for these maritime stations, both in Long Island Sound and in the ocean. So pretty impressive winds there. So now we're going to go look at the rain reports. All right, and these are the rain reports here on the screen here. Hold on. So here are the rain reports. See upstate, everybody pretty much getting that 1.5-inch amount. Some areas in Connecticut getting a little less, a little more in New Haven County. You could see New Jersey, Bergen County, 1.56, 1.70 in Montclair. So we see the rainfall amounts generally around that 1.5-inch mark. Nothing record breaking or anything. Brooklyn, that's a little high there, 1.70 for that reading in Brooklyn. For Nassau County, 1.33 in Port Washington. Looks like the North Shore got a little more. Well, I don't know. Depending on the reports. We'll go to the map as well. 1.17 in Wantagh for Nassau. Let's see if there's one near Mineola. We have Herrick's, 1.27. So a little less than I thought. I thought it would be more like 1.5 inches here. But again, it all depends on where that heavier rain wound up. In Manhattan, 1.63 at Washington Heights. Central Park got 1.14. Going past these Hudson Valley ones. Queens, again, that between that 1 to 1.5 inch mark. Around 1.5 inch on the dot there in Staten Island. And looking at Suffolk County here, you can see generally 1.5, a little less than 1.5 inches at most sites, between 1 and 1.5 inches. Some areas reporting a little less than that, but those might be early observations. We'll have to see. Originally 0.81, so it looks like they didn't get quite as much in Suffolk County. But we'll look at a few more stations now when we go to the weather and hazards map. Obviously, what we got right now, we got northwest winds here. Temperature is 43 degrees. We'll go and look at what things were like at Islip here. And you'll see, look at that swing there in the temperature. There's a big swing here that's black. That's the dew point. So it went up. You see that there. This is over the past a while, I guess. You can see overcast. We did have some drizzle around, actually, as around noon there. But now we got the northwest winds taking over. And the dew point should be dropping again. You can see we didn't really warm up that much. We really did get up to as high as 45. But other than that, not that high at all. And the air pressure got pretty low. It got down to 29.3. Wow, that's some very low air pressure. So we had, this is how deep the storm was here, 29.12. Looks like that was the minimum air pressure, 29.12 inches on on the wow, that's impressive. That's impressive. 29.12. Very impressive low air pressures with the storm. Again, shows you how deep this storm was. So let's go. We'll just put up highs and we'll just pull this out a little more. Let's go just a little bit more. Can we go a little bit like that? I guess that's good. So let's go take a look at our precipitation first of all. So we'll look at our precipitation here. And we will go to the 24-hour precipitation. And you will see here some of the rainfall amounts. Again, a little less than I thought, actually. Surprising how bad the radar looked. Most areas did not. I don't see any 2-inch amounts here. There's one up in northeast New Jersey. But for the most part, it's mostly around that inch mark that we saw. Now we'll go and we'll look at the highs. High temperatures, because like I said, at the unit, see the story here where we got into the warm sector and who didn't. So you could see Long Island generally in the 40s, but look at New Jersey here, near 60 degrees in Ocean County, and even warmer than that if you go further south. Well, generally around that 60-degree mark. So you could see who got into the warm sector and who didn't. And then obviously colder, even colder to the north. We'll go to the radar now. So here's the radar. It's going to be a little bit of light rain over northeastern New Jersey, a little bit of there, maybe a little bit of drizzle out east. And this is what's left of the storm right here. You can see they're getting snow upstate. So power outage situation. We did have power outages last night. But it's mostly down now as well. If you go to poweroutage.us, you can see this has probably recovered a lot. Well, still have a lot of outages in Kentucky still. Pennsylvania, New York's got 26,000. So we'll look at New York here, and you'll see it looks like some of these counties in upstate got hit hard. Albany, 13,000 plus outages. So they had a little bit of that wet snow and maybe a little bit of ice up there too as well. So briefly, we'll just look at the rest of the weekend here. This low pulls out, and tomorrow we will have more sunshine, hopefully. So let's go. We'll go first look at our temperature. Let's look at the temperatures. So see, tomorrow will be warmer. We'll probably be near 50. So it won't be, even though we're in the wake of a departing storm, the air isn't all that cold. Same old story, right? And we'll go look at the skies, and you'll see here, again, it's showing some clouds in the morning and then less clouds in the afternoon. This is the regular GFS. Look at the FV3, not quite as encouraging, showing quite a bit of clouds, probably just because of the air mass we're in. It's not really a dry, cool air mass. And I'll go to RGM now. RGM looks a little more encouraging, but like I said, I think tomorrow will be more of a partly sunny day than a mostly sunny day, unfortunately. So that's going to be it for this update here on the storm. And the next weather update I'll have for you is Sunday evening. So that'll be it for now. Thanks for watching.